just a little bit. Just a little bit excited. Thank you. Let's get started. Because it was about a year and a half ago when I first met Madonna. Woo! She was a brand new mom just beginning to discover how much her baby would change her life. And now they're calling her the new Madonna, the material girl turned spiritual girl. She's found true love for the very first time and says she feels like her life is starting over. Her new CD, Ray of Light, has been described as extraordinary, deeply personal, and her most daring work yet. Here to perform live for the first time, the title track, Ray of Light, is Madonna! Madonna's here. She has a new CD that's getting rave reviews called Ray of Light. And it is her first in 4 years. That was her hit song, Frozen, we just saw there. And later she's going to sing a sentimental song that she wrote for her little girl. My favorite line from that song is, "May the angels protect you and sadness forget you."
Yeah.
Isn't that great? Everybody's talking about, I think it was Newsweek magazine that said, a kinder, gentler diva. I don't know if you...
That's like jumbo shrimp.
Yeah. And everyone say, from material girl to spiritual girl, how do you think you've changed?
Well,
These 18 months of...
Well, I've grown, I mean, I think I've grown up a lot. And I think that having a baby is, you know, you have to grow up. And it's changed my whole outlook on life. But I just think just life, all of my life experiences the past couple of years have been pretty intense. And I've learned a lot.
I read a quote from you I thought was really great. You said that Lourdes, Lola, who you now call Lola, has informed your life. I love the sense of the word informed. Yeah. Well, I feel like when my daughter was born, I was born again, and I look at life with a new set of eyes. I mean, maybe in a way, all the success. What's going on? The pictures from Vanity Fair. Okay.
Like, is my something showing?
No. No. The pictures from Vanity Fair. Which, when I first saw, I mean, we all loved looking at the pictures, but I was surprised that you let the pictures be taken.
Well, the thing is that everybody, the photographers were pursuing me so doggedly and so intensely. I know there was a really big bounty being put on, you know...
Getting a picture.
And so I thought, well, I'll just present a photograph, and then that will kind of dissipate all of that excitement and intensity, and they won't pursue us so much. And
but it didn't.
Well, let's put it like, actually, it has a little bit. It really has. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, she goes out a lot and doesn't get bothered.
Let's talk about her for a moment, because she's backstage. We won't be putting her picture on television, but cutest little dresser in the whole USA.
She does have style.
Does have style. She has the bracelet. She has 2 bracelets. She has the finger to toenail polish.
Lots of jewelry, yeah.
Lots of jewelry.
She's a girl.
Yeah, after you just sang that song, Ray of Light, I thought, I feel like Lola in your closet, because I read somewhere where she's in the closet with all your shoes, and she goes, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow is a bit pretty, and wow and gorgeous. Those are her favorite words.
Is she playing dress up and stuff now? Oh, I bet you could play dress up in Madonna's closet, can't you?
Yeah. I must say, I have so many clothes and pairs of shoes. I mean, I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it makes me sick to my stomach.
Really? To look at all the clothes?
It makes me dizzy, because I love clothes and I love shoes, and I know a lot of designers and a lot of people give me stuff to wear, and it's like giving me a drug. You know, like when like a whole line of clothes, I get home and there's like a whole line of clothes on my bed.
Right. To choose from.
Sweat. I start sweating.
It is a happy little feeling, isn't it?
I feel good. Yeah.
It's a happy little feeling. And then do you always worry about what to do with the ones from seasons before?
I lose sleep thinking about how I'm going to like incorporate all my outfits like in the week. I want to be able to, I want to make sure I can wear everything before the season's over with. Because I don't want to wear it the next season.
You never wear things from the previous season? Really?
And I never wear anything twice that I've been photographed in.
Really?
Because I don't want people to think I'm pathetic.
Oh, then you have a lot of clothes.
Yeah. Well, my housekeeper does too.
And your housekeeper does too. And whoever else just happens to come by.
Exactly. It's like, do you want this? If you come over on a good day, you could get a lot of stuff.
Wow. And what size?
Anywhere from 4 to 4.5. No, I'm just kidding.
That's great.
4 to 8.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
And so you give away a lot of the clothes?
I have to.
Yeah.
But there's no room.
Because where do you keep it all?
In several closets.
And so this season, do you like change several times a day? Or do you like...
Yeah, I do. I have my morning wear and my evening attire.
And so for Lola, do you shop a lot for her?
Yeah, but the thing is, it's really great is that all those designer friends that I have, they send me clothes for her too.
I know.
So I'm very lucky. I'm very blessed. Thank you, everyone.
Do you feel that when you were talking about your life being informed, do you feel that you're a different kind of person, a different person? Do you feel kinder, gentler? I think your publicist for years says you're not as angry anymore, you're not as mad.
Well, I had a lot of rage and anger that I had to work out through the years, and I kind of got it out of my system as, you know, as a performer. And it was a real growing experience for me, and sometimes I did and said things that probably wasn't very listener friendly, but I was I was working stuff out. You know?
When you say in ray of light, quicker than a ray of light, and I feel just like I just got home.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I feel like I'm starting over. I mean, I look back at my life and I go, oh my God, I didn't know anything then. I feel like I'm right here. You know, I've done this much of what I was put on this earth to do.
Just starting the learning curve.
Totally. Totally.
So do you regret a lot of those things? I think we talked about this a bit before. No?
No, it's not about regret. I had to go through, that was my karma. I had to go through what I had to go through to arrive where I am right now. And, you know.
So, does this mean that you don't talk about people anymore? You don't
Yes,
bitch about things?
I'm a saint. No, I do. I find myself complaining, but let's just say that I am now a lot more conscious of it. And when if I do say something unkind about somebody or I gossip, I check myself. Like I go, oh, I'm doing it, and I didn't need to do it. Why did I do that? You know what I mean? So I'm more aware, and I mean, hopefully I don't do it as much.
Did you think it was like a part of, like a part of the culture to be that way?
Yeah, I think it's part of our culture to try to make ourselves feel better by putting other people down. And it's just such a waste of energy, and I think that gossiping is a really negative thing to do.
So do you think that you feel, I know that one of the songs on Ray of Light you wrote when you went home for your grandmother's, I think?
Yeah, Mergirl.
Mergirl you wrote. And do you think that the writing of the song, that you're purging a lot of that anger?
I don't think, on this particular album, I don't think I was really purging anger. I think that like the past, I'd say 8 years of my career, I was purging a lot of anger and just being very aggressive and confrontational with people and provoking not only other people but myself and challenging my own beliefs. I think this record is really kind of like the result of finally coming to terms with who I am and learning to love myself.
Nothing better than that.
Yeah.
You know, for years, people describe you as reinventing yourself, but it seems to me it's not as a matter of reinventing as, you know, I find this in my own life. You're always peeling back the layers.
Totally.
Peeling back the layers.
It's about revealing who you are.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And Lola has been the key factor in you being able to do that, or is it because of Lola that makes everything else a lot more peaceful?
I think it's just a combination of things that happened to me right around the time before I gave birth. Just lots of painful realizations, confronting lots of things I haven't wanted to confront in years, work experiences and creative experiences that I had, and just surviving, you know, 15 years of being famous is, you know, is a feat in itself.
But you were more than famous. You defined fame for the 80s and now.
Yeah.
It's more, you're not just a person who is known, not just celebrity, but kind of defined it in a way where people, you know, there was this adoration factor.
Yeah, well, I think there's always been a cult of celebrity, you know, through the centuries, but I think because of, you know, the explosion of all the different kinds of media that we have, it's turned into something much bigger, and I sort of rode that wave.
Do you think that, well, I guess nobody really knows in the beginning when it starts to happen, that you misinterpret what that means, what all of that is?
I think that you can never know what fame is going to bring you before you have it, and I think that it isn't until you become famous that you realize how superficial it is and how it's not a goal, it's a byproduct. You know, it's not something, it's about the work. It's about loving your work and loving what you do, and I can't stress that enough about fame. And that's what the first song on my album is about. So.
Is that and the Drowning?
Drowned World.
Drowned World, yeah.
Or Substitute for Love, which fame can be. That's, you know, the other title of the song.
What do you think is the difference between, let's say, 2 years ago, what you would want to be known for and what you want to be known for now? That what you want your life, your work, your voice to say?
I think that 2 years ago, I wasn't really sure what I was on this earth for. I think I was mostly concerned with getting things for myself. You know, more clothes, more money, more popularity, more approval, more boyfriends, more you know, it was just like, no, I mean, I wasn't really thinking, I was just doing.
So not living consciously, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I probably had some conscious moments. I don't think I was like brain dead, but
you know what I mean, not living consciously? Like, a lot of people are just kind of going through the motions, no matter what your emotions are.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah.
No, I think I just kind of woke up and said, okay, what am I on this earth for? Why are we all on this earth for? We're here to love. We're here to share. That's it. So that's
The difference.
Totally.
When we come back, Madonna tells us how she has truly found freedom. From fame to love to loss, and that song is called Drowned World, and that's where Madonna sings, I found myself in crowded rooms, feeling so alone, had so many lovers who settled for the thrill of basking in my spotlight. Now, when you think about old lovers, do you want them to, like, to suffer?
Suffer?
Like, do you want them to, do you think of them like, you know, pining away?
Exes?
Yeah, exes, yeah.
No, I don't want anyone to suffer.
Okay.
I just want to know that they're going to love me forever and ever and ever.
It's hard to imagine you being in a room, those lyrics, being in a room feeling all alone. It's hard to imagine.
Why? Because
you are Madonna. And as we look at you on the stage, as I was looking at you dancing up on the stage, I said, that's exactly how I feel when I have my parties for one. You know?
Yeah.
You have, over the years, given us all this feeling, especially a lot of women and a lot of men too, this feeling of we can release ourselves and be uninhibited and express ourselves freely, and that doesn't sort of connect to the feeling of being all alone. I understand it because, you know, people are complex. You're not ever just one thing.
Never.
We're multidimensional.
Yeah, and there's a big difference between being intimate with thousands of people in a stadium and being intimate with one person alone in a room. And we all know which one is scarier. Okay?
So do you think that for a lot of years when you write about that in Drowned, that you traded that?
I think I made the mistake of feeling like that was all I needed. And that it was okay if I didn't have the other.
Well, you know, one of my favorite sayings is from Maya Angelou, who says, when you know better, you do better. So do you think that's where, when you did then what you knew how to do, and when you knew better, you did better?
Exactly.
Yeah. I read that you're in therapy. What does it do for you? What do you get out of the process?
What does it do? I ask myself that very same question. Well, it's all about self-examination, and I don't just get it from my therapist.
Of course not.
You know, I get it in a lot of different scenarios. I get it from my yoga teacher. I get it when I study the Kabbalah. I get it when I look into my daughter's eyes. I mean, there's a lot of different situations that are teaching, but therapy, if you have a good therapist and you're open to it, it does sort of force you to look at yourself and face your demons, so to speak.
Do you still think you have a lot of them, or
Demons?
a couple? Yeah,
I got a couple.
got a couple demons.
Got a couple.
Yeah.
Still working it out.
And so you mentioned yoga. I read somewhere. You mentioned yoga, that you've given up the hard workouts. Is it true?
Totally.
Gave up all your exercise equipment?
No more pump and iron.
No?
No more Stairmaster.
No?
No more treadmill.
No?
Yeah, I'm free.
I read that. I didn't know if it was true.
I'm gym free.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
I'm liberated.
What happened, really?
Well, when I was pregnant, I was thinking, oh, you know, I will not get a fat ASS, and you know, and I was working out like a mad woman, and then I got to a certain point, which is like as big as a house, and I said, and I couldn't really work out comfortably, so I started studying yoga with a prenatal yoga teacher, and she was incredible, this woman in Los Angeles, and she said, you know, I know you're really physical and all of this. After you have your baby, you should try this certain kind of yoga. It's called Ashtanga because it's really physical, and it'll make you sweat, and it'll focus you and center you and calm you down. And I said, okay, great. And then I had the baby and I forgot about it. And then I started trying to work out again, and it felt so wrong. It's like everything changed when I had a baby. I tried to go running and it felt awful.
Really?
I went to a gym and it felt ridiculous. My body rejected it in every way, so I just...
Your body rejected the gym?
I said enough. So I found a yoga teacher and I started doing it, and it completely changed my whole outlook.
And do you do it
And my body.
You do it every day? And what does it do for you?
6 days a week.
Yeah, because I tried it. I went to the ashram out there, and I tried it, and I was falling all over myself.
Really?
Yeah.
But that's part of the process.
Yeah.
I mean, by the way, I hear you don't like to do down dog.
Oh, hate it. Downward facing dog is a
Down dog
position.
is, yeah.
You're going down dog.
Down dog.
Yeah.
No, the thing is, yoga is a metaphor for life. You have to take it really slowly. You can't rush through it. You can't skip to the next position. You find yourself in really humiliating situations. You can't judge yourself. You just have to breathe. You have to let go. And it's a very slow process, but it is a workout for your mind, your body, and your soul.
Next, how Princess Diana's death affected Madonna. I read someplace too where you said that if you had to sing the old songs, that if you had to sing Like a Virgin again, you think you might die?
Yeah, I think I might.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, who is that? Who is that? It's like me, like 5 lifetimes ago.
Is that what it feels like?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have favorite songs now?
Yeah.
On Ray of Light,
They're
what's your
all in
favorite
my
song?
new album.
Yeah, on Ray of Light, which is?
Drowned World, the first song.
What about Swim?
Swim.
What
I
about
love Swim, yeah.
yeah. Now, you wrote Swim after Versace's death, right? Is it?
Yeah, well...
So it's not about Versace, it's just about whatever,
Well,
all
it was
the
right
stuff.
around that time.
Yeah.
It was right around Princess Diana, Versace, and
Let's
a lot
talk
of...
about that. It was a shattering summer, wasn't it?
Oh,
I remember...
devastating.
Yeah.
Devastating.
It was frightening in a way that it's hard to describe.
Didn't you feel haunted?
Yeah, absolutely.
Didn't you walk around? Didn't you just didn't you feel like you had to hold onto the walls?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like, do I need more security? But that's not going to help you.
It's like, it is not a good time to be famous, you know?
Yeah. And then when Princess Diana, I have to say that changed my life, Princess Diana's death.
Yeah, absolutely.
You too? In what way?
Just, you know, I realized, because I spent so many years going, oh, it's the media's fault, it's the paparazzi's fault, oh, they're the bad people. We're the good people and they're the bad people. And then I realized after Princess Diana's death, it's that we're all responsible. I mean, they take the pictures and they sell the stories, but we buy them.
Right.
So who's to blame? We all are. And after her death, I really, when everybody was beating up the paparazzi and the media and saying, oh, bad, 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 you know, I thought, well, wait a minute. we're the audience. We have a hunger for it, you know, but it's like, well, what comes first? Do they create the hunger for it, or do we buy into it?
Did you,
know?
think of it personally, too? Because
Totally.
You've been in Paris, you've been chased by the paparazzi, probably been in the same tunnel.
I have been in so many similar situations, especially in Europe, where there is no speed limit, and it's so scary, because you get in a car, and there are, like, motorcycles all around you. There are cameramen riding backwards, facing the car, holding it, and you're like, oh my God, somebody's gonna fall off, my car's gonna run them over. And you just have to shut your eyes. You cannot believe the treachery and the danger and what people will do to get a photograph. But then, and it's so easy to blame the paparazzi, and it's so easy to blame the National Enquirer, but we are an audience that goes to the supermarkets and eats it up and wants more. So we're all responsible for it.
Did it make you feel, because it did this for me, it made me want, and maybe you all too, because didn't you feel it just, weren't we just stunned by that death? And even when you continue to see Princess Diana's pictures on the news,
No,
it would be hard to believe that she was actually
It was a
dead.
big slap in the face to humanity.
Big
I
slap
felt
in.
like everyone got slapped in the face, and you know, it was like, wake up.
Yeah, I thought it was a big wake-up
Just
call.
wake up.
Yeah, made me want to live my life more intensely, and to live in the moment, and to know that, you know,
Any day.
you can hit the wall. Next, we'll see what happens when our audience comes up with some of their best questions for Miss Madonna.
When it comes to our bodies, women shouldn't compromise. Monistat 3 cures a yeast infection with a 3-day treatment and still gives us the brand we trust. Absolutely nothing works faster. Monistat 3, the only 3-day treatment from the #1 doctor-recommended brand.
It's a win! Why didn't somebody tell me? It's our best makeovers. That's on Monday, but when we come back, Miss Madonna sings the touching ballad that she wrote for her baby girl.
To my broken heart.
And you're not gonna believe what she brought me.
Before we say goodnight, I know there's a lot of great things about Chicago. You got a great basketball team.
Yeah.
You got the best pizza,
Yeah.
okay? You got beautiful lakes, okay? But you don't have...
Oh my goodness! Stay with us.
Not open, so I must go. The spell has been broken.
Ray of Light. Ray of Light. Madonna's new CD. If you hadn't gotten it, you should be getting it today, because isn't it incredible? Do you all have it? Your best work, I think.
Thank you.
What do you think?
I think you're right.
Okay, we got questions from our audience, and because there's so many of you, we wrote them down so we could get through them. Anne Marie Connors of Old Bridge, New Jersey, you can stand up while I'm asking this question, wants to know, what gift would you like to give your daughter that you feel you did not have, that you did not and have not received yourself? That's a good question, Anne Marie. Where are you? Good question over there.
Thank you.
That's a good question.
I would like to give my daughter, the friendship that, the friendship of a mother, which I didn't have. I grew up without a mother, so I think the best thing I can do is give her that.
Susan Rossi of South Bend, where you are, stand up, Susan. Do you ever want to give it all up, your fame, and go live in the country?
Uh-huh.
You do?
Which country? Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah,
But you're always going to be Madonna.
but just for a minute.
Just for a minute. Okay, this is Maureen Roberson of Columbia, Maryland. Y'all from, what are y'all, on vacation or something here? Maureen, everybody's over there. Okay, so far, what haven't you accomplished in your life that you would like to?
Learning how to sleep with ease, falling asleep easily, sleeping for 8 hours, anything having to do with sleep.
Really? She's got a couple of staff people and friends going, yes.
They like me better when I sleep.
Really? Does she keep you up?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah?
A lot of middle of the night phone calls.
Oh, yes.
Really?
Uh-huh.
What is it, you think? You don't sleep?
Just thinking about all the stuff I got to do, and, you know.
How many hours do you need to feel good?
7,
And you usually get?
4.
Okay. Carrie Wallace, South Bend. Carrie? All of y'all are in one section. Okay. What did you have for breakfast this morning?
Very good question. A half a bagel.
And that's it?
And some butter. A lot of butter. Butter's important.
You do the real butter or you do that spray thing? Can't believe it is.
Come on.
Okay.
I like real butter.
I know. I was telling a
I
friend
like
about...
cheese. I like chocolate. I mean, just all the bad things.
And you're only doing yoga now. Are you watching? Are you doing...
I'm telling you, wait a minute. This is really important. Yoga changes the molecular structure of your body. If you stop worrying about being fat, you will not be fat.
Really?
I swear to God.
Really?
I'm telling
And
you.
it changes the molecular structure.
Absolutely.
And you
I
just
eat whatever I want.
And you eat whatever you...
Swear to
Well, if
God.
you're only eating a half a bagel, I guess you could.
Yeah, but when I have to perform, I have nervous energy. I lose my appetite when I have nervous energy.
What's the most fun thing you've done with Lola lately?
Gone on a wild shopping spree.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clothes. Yeah, she loves clothes. So do I.
And she's now learning... What's her favorite word now, other than Oprah? I'm not kidding. Y'all heard her say Oprah. I'm not kidding. Yeah. She does. Oprah.
Besides no.
Because I know, it just matters. She's going through that stage where everything is...
Oh, she says, I'm sorry all the time. It's the most bizarre thing. Every time she hurts herself, she falls, or she, like, scrapes her arm, she goes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's the cutest thing. I
To
don't know.
herself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. When I went to shake her hand just a few minutes ago, and she said, "Hand, wash them." Okay? Next, hear the song that Madonna wrote for her one true love. We'll be right back.
You must love me. Looking at my life, it's very clear to me.
So, while recording her new CD, Ray of Light, Madonna's first in 4 years, her beautiful daughter, Lourdes. I mean, we're not showing you her today, even though she's here because, for safety reasons, really. But Lourdes, who she calls Lola, was with her in this studio. And this next song, Little Star, was inspired by her baby girl. Do you sing it to her at home?
Yeah.
You do?
Yes.
And she loves it.
Loves it.
And she's going to now sing it for all of us.
Never forget who you are, little star. Never forget how to dream, butterfly. God gave a present to me, made of flesh and bones. My life, my soul, you make my spirit whole. Never forget who you are, little star. Flying higher than all the birds in the sky. Never forget how to dream, butterfly. Never forget where you come from love. You are a treasure to me. You
we'll be right back.
Shining brighter than all the stars in the sky. Never forget how to dream, butterfly.